There you go.
Okay.
Oh, we are now.
Have you heard about my driving?
Should I have heard?
No.
Did you know that you could get a ticket for tailgating?
I got improper use of a horn. You know when the people in front of you, like, they're turning, but they literally stop in the road. It was just the wrong day for that. I laid on the horn and there's a cop behind me and he pulled me over.
I didn't know.
Use of a horn.
I didn't know you could get pulled over for that.
Thanks,
Let
man.
me. Those are nice.
Oh, yeah.
We don't do a lot of editing on this show, by the way.
That's fine. One take.
If the whole show ever gets subpoenaed, you know, there's nothing I can do.
Yeah,
We should probably introduce you. Because,
Oh, yes. We should.
You're a celebrity in Calhoun County, but some people might not know who you are.
I'm
Right.
Emily Schaefer.
Emily's a closing attorney that I use. She is great at what she does. She gets us in and out of there pretty quick. But you're thorough, too.
I like to consider myself fun, too.
Yeah?
You know?
Yes,
Closing table is fun.
it is.
Right?
Sometimes it can
Depends.
be a circus.
Large majority of your clients are very kind, considerate, and just overall good human beings. And that's what we like.
Most of them.
Most of them.
There's always a wild card out there. But anyways, tell me about your background.
I grew up in Oxford, Alabama. After I graduated high school, I swore that I would never come back. I went to undergrad at the University of Montevallo. It was the best 4 years of my life. Changed my entire perspective on life. Montevallo is a quaint little campus in the middle of nowhere. I would consider that home for me. It really did change my entire perspective on life. I met some of the most unique people. I graduated with a degree in marketing. I went on to work at Children's of Alabama for the Community Foundation Department. When you went into a Walmart and they ask you if you want to donate $1,
Yeah.
that was me. So plug for Children's of Alabama. If they ever ask you to donate $1 somewhere, say yes, because all those dollars stay local to our Children's of Alabama.
Oh.
So donate the $1.
Were you like an attorney for them? Or is
No,
this when you
I
were-
was before law school.
Okay.
So I took a gap year between Montevallo and law school. I kind of realized I just wanted to further my education. I considered getting an MBA, and then I was like, well, a JD would open more doors. So I was like, I can go to Birmingham School of Law at night. So I worked a full-time job and went at night.
What was your full-time job?
The Children's of Alabama job.
Okay.
Okay, it almost sounded like a volunteer type.
No, that was
Yeah.
my full-time job.
Yeah.
They paid me to do that.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah, I never had any intention of really practicing law. I just wanted to have a secondary education. After Children's, I decided to come home and move back in with my sweet mom and dad, who welcomed me with open arms and let me live in their house while I paid for law school. And I worked as a teller at Farmers and Merchants in Oxford. I went to work for 1 whole week with my Uncle Bill. He is a criminal defense attorney in Pell City.
You gotta have thick skin.
You gotta have thick skin.
You probably hear like the worst stuff, and then you have to defend.
It wasn't even for me about like the criminal part. It was the process of the court part that I was like, this was a major thing. People come to you at their lowest, whereas when people are buying or selling a home, they come to you hopefully at their highest. They're leaving with a check, and they're leaving with a house. So I went to work for a local real estate attorney here, finished out law school. January of 22, I want to say, I opened my own law firm.
I've been closing deals
Since
with you
I
since
started,
22.
yeah.
It was before we were big time.
Yeah, before we were big time.
Yeah.
We've been the OGs.
You handle things promptly. I don't have to go, okay, we're 1 hour before close. Like, where's the settlement statement?
Oh, Lord.
No curveballs. You're very consistent with what you do. We're going to grab some lunch real quick, and then we will return.
We are recording.
Action. There's so many moving parts in the real estate process. Everybody wants to get it done as soon as possible. I tell people, I'm like, it takes 30 days. You've got home inspector, the closing attorney, you've got the title work, the appraisal, the loan processor who has to sign off on everything, the underwriter. My part of the process is go look at a house and we want to make an offer. Get the offer wrote up, sent over, negotiate a deal. Sellers agree, and now they sign off, and now our offer is a contract. So at that point, if they've got a home inspection, we're going to do that first. If they're not good with the condition of the house, what are we doing? At that point,
It lands in my lap.
yes.
I pick it up. If I'm holding the earnest money, I collect the earnest money from buyers. Earnest money just says you are holding this property.
I heard Judge Judy one time say, there's no real deal until money changes hands, right? It kind of goes, I'm serious, I've got skin in the game.
You have exchanged something in return for your agreements in this contract. I hold the earnest money, but some real estate companies hold the earnest money too.
I like the closing attorney to hold earnest money. You've got a neutral party involved,
Agreed.
right? Yeah.
Yes. If the contract were to cancel for any reason, then I would refund the earnest money based on the mutual release that is sent to me. A mutual release is a document that's signed by all parties that just states who gets the earnest money.
Yeah.
So if the buyer were to back out per the inspection, it would likely go to the buyer. If the buyer ghosts the seller, it may go to the seller.
So you can advise, but the release still has to be signed.
Yes. The next thing is I talk with the lender and they order title work from me. Title work is essentially where my abstractor goes down to the county and literally searches the title records. Your chain of title is who the property has passed to over the duration of time.
So it's not like any records that you can access online.
Some of them you can. It depends on the year. But yeah, some of them you still have to literally open like deed book 247, page 9.
Is that sort of like, I'm going to check digital records, but I'm also going to double check the paper?
If there's a break in the chain of title anywhere, the abstractor has to go and find it. Then the report comes to me and I issue the title commitment to the lender. The title commitment is just essentially me saying I am committing to giving you title insurance, the owner and the lender, based on this title commitment, and there's certain requirements on the title commitment. A requirement on every title commitment for a sale is a deed from the seller to the buyer. If there's a mortgage, that's a requirement. Then if there's any liens, judgments, or payoffs, I clear those to ensure clear title for the new buyer. If the seller has a mortgage payoff or a lien or a judgment, those have to be paid before I can issue clear title to the buyer.
So many moving parts.
So many.
Crazy question. Would you close a deal without title insurance? If they said, I don't want title insurance.
I don't like to.
Yeah.
This is how I like to explain title insurance. Your homeowner's insurance protects your home, the residence, the improvement on the property. It does not protect the physical chain of title in your property. So if your house burns down, your homeowner's insurance protects that. If there is ever anything to come up on your title side, your title insurance is essentially your home insurance for your property.
That's helpful. So while you're working on your side of things, the lender is also working on the appraisal. So they get the appraisal and they're just making sure the value's good. The appraisal comes back. They may ask for some repairs to be done, but eventually they'll get to a point where they're good.
Yep. And at that
value's
point,
good.
they issue me the closing disclosure and I balance with them. So I put my numbers in, they put their numbers in, and we try to get to an even cash to close, meaning a matching cash to close. And that is what the buyer brings us to closing. That includes your down payment and any closing cost that you may incur.
So once you get the title work done and everything, and you've sent the lender the projected numbers, like a preliminary settlement statement, the underwriter is going to look over everything,
Make sure all the fees are in all the right places.
And after that point, they fund the loan. We get the clear to close. Once they give you the heads up on the clear to close, is it 3 days?
Most of the time, yes. With any conventional mortgage or government-backed loan, you have to have a 3-day period of when you sign the preliminary CD to when closing occurs. That's on the lending side. They handle that time period. And then once it comes to me, I get the package, I print it out, and then I work it up, and that's when the fun part happens. Everybody comes to my office. It's a joyous time. Everyone signs. And everyone should be happy when they leave.
People get money, people get houses.
Get money, house, keys. You get to meet your buyers and sellers. I do separate them. That's a big thing. People have problems with that, and they make comments about it a lot.
Always confuses people.
It always confuses people. The main reason I do that is because the sellers are sharing like social security numbers with me. I'm sharing the buyer's monthly payment and interest rate, possibly their loan application.
A lot of confidential.
Nobody needs to know that business about each other.
I've been in a closing before with Tyler where they were all together and it was just very complicated because then like the buyer starts saying, yeah, we'll probably knock out that back wall, and it's like, oh, that's where, you know, my grandmother died or something like that. And it's like, you know, so it gets like
stories get told and no papers get passed. It like stalls it. Then after closing, my job is not done.
Really?
I have to upload the package to the lender. They approve it based on funding conditions. I take your deed and mortgage to the probate office and record it with the judge of probate for your chain of title. So now your deed and your mortgage enters that chain of title. Then it comes back to me recorded, and I mail out the final owner's title policies to the buyers with their recorded deed, and I mail out the final lender's title policies with their mortgage to the lender.
So the loan is not funded when everybody signs?
It is. My part is not done though.
Okay.
So most lenders these days, they will fund a loan based on preliminary conditions that are met. And then after closing, I have to upload the package to make sure signatures are in the right place, to make sure all the pages of the mortgage are intact, stuff like that. They will clear it after.
If you had
closing.
a negligent closing attorney, what you're saying is the lender reserves the right to pull that money back.
They do.
Okay.
They do.
Until you get them all. Okay, I got you now.
Yeah, so, I mean, signatures have been missed before.
Just human error.
Human error
little
stuff that is easily fixable in the grand scheme of things. Once your buyer gets their recorded deed and their final owner's title policy, if it's their primary residence, they have to take that recorded deed to the tax assessor's office and claim your homestead.
So that's super interesting, and I hope everybody was educated by that.
Much stuff, yeah.
It's like the
So
Matrix.
much.
You have to watch it a few times before you really get it.
It is a puzzle. And there's certain people doing the border, and there's certain people doing each corner, and then the closing is like the middle.
That's a good way to think about it.
I like to think of myself as like the pusher.
Uh-huh.
Okay, where are we at? I'm just constantly checking everybody to make sure that this whole symphony is just working together and everybody's playing their part.
Yes, and you owe it to your client to keep them updated and on track as well.
Yeah.
Right. If you have a realtor that's not a good communicator, they're not worth jack, do they?
On my side either.
So you have instances where you can't get in touch with the agent.
Yeah.
That's
and I need
crazy.
stuff from them.
Well, before we wrap it up, can you give us like a crazy fact about yourself?
Ooh, can I talk about a new hobby?
Interesting. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I started playing mahjong. So it's an ancient Chinese game. It's like chess, sorta. Like there's a lot of moving pieces. You try to match a hand to a card. It takes a lot of brain power. There's a lot of rules. There's a lot of etiquette. But yeah, that's my new hobby, and I'm into it.
Wow.
Be on the lookout. I may host a mahjong event.
I'm there.
That would be
I would
teach
come
people
to
to
that.
play a new game. Thanks for
Just,
having me.
yeah.
This was awesome. I love the road show.
Maybe you'll come on again someday.
Part two. We'll name this one part one, so you're inclined to
Please
come
do.
back.
Are you
Yes.
dropping me back off at
I
work?
guess, yeah, it was great.
Emily was awesome.
She
Yes,
was
I knew
awesome.
she would be. We're gonna have more
Crazy
fun
rapid fire
too.
questions. Just good rapid. There's good. I would have asked you that question. Is cereal soup?
Well, cool. Well, we'll see y'all later, guys.